dear class 7s. So today is your first class with me, class 7. So today we will start a new chapter, tissues. Okay, so today we will start a new chapter, tissue. In class 6 you have learnt about cell and its various organelles, and in this class you will learn about tissue. Okay, so let's see what points wait for us during tissue. First, the definition of tissue. Similar cells are grouped together to perform a specific function. Means the cells are not having different functions. They are having specific functions. So that's why they are known as tissue. Okay. Now, tissues can be divided into two types: plant tissue and animal tissue. Now, plant tissues can be divided into two types: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Okay. Now, what are meristematic tissues? Meristematic tissues are actively dividing cells. Means the cells are dividing. You know how cells divide? Meiosis takes place and the cells divide. Now, meristematic tissue are rapidly dividing. Within seconds, they are forming hundreds of cells. Those tissues are known as meristematic tissue. Now, this meristematic tissue can be also divided into three types: apical meristems, lateral meristems, and intercalary meristems. So, what's the meaning of apical meristem? The meristem that is present in the top of or the tip of the plant is known as apical meristem. Lateral meristem is the width of the plant is growing, and intercalary meristem means the inner cells or the root tips are growing. Okay. Next, permanent tissue. Another type we learned, permanent. Now, permanent tissues are differentiated cells which do not divide further. Means they are matured. Meristematic tissues are not matured. That's why they grow. But permanent tissues are matured. They do not grow. Now, they are of two types: simple and complex. So, what are simple tissues? Simple tissues are made of only one type of cells. Okay. So, they are mainly classified into protecting and supporting. Protective are parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. So, these are some of them are protective, some of them are supporting. Now, protective tissue, also known as dermal tissue, covers the surface of the leaves and covers the surface of the leaves and living cells of the roots and stems. Okay. So, these protective tissues are parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma is a supporting tissue. Sclerenchyma is a supporting tissue. Okay. Next, we have complex tissues, but before that, just a moment. Now, complex tissues are made up of one or more type of cells. They are xylem and phloem. Now, xylem, they conduct water and minerals from the roots to all parts of the cell. Now, what is vascular tissue? Xylem and phloem together forms vascular tissue. And if xylem is conducting water, phloem is conducting food, okay, throughout the plant. Now, this is the end of plant tissue. Now, we come to a new sector of tissue, that is animal tissues. They are of four types: epithelial, connective, muscular, and nervous. Epithelial covers external surface of our body and lines the internal organ. That means our skin. Our skin is an epithelial tissue. Okay, our skin is an epithelial tissue. Okay, so this is the meaning of epithelial tissue. Next, connective tissue. Connective tissue means connecting various parts of our bodies, such as cartilage, bones. These are all present throughout our body and they connect our body. Blood, these are connective tissues. Just a minute. Sorry for the inconvenience created. Okay, so let me start now. Okay, bone you are having. Next, we have muscular tissue. Muscular tissue involves of movement. So, they are of three types: voluntary, involuntary, and cardiac muscles. So, this is the voluntary muscles, involuntary muscles, and cardiac muscles. They are muscular. They are of muscles. Okay. Next, we come to nervous tissue. So, what is the meaning of nervous tissue? They are all kinds of nerves. Okay. So, they have nerves that controls the body functions. They have long nerve cells and neurons. The longest cell in our body is neuron. You have already learnt in class 6. I would advise you to go through the class 6, the cell which is in chapter 2, that video, for a clear understanding. You must revise once, okay? So, this was the video, and long nerve cells have been created. If we did not have nerve cells, then we would have died very, very easily. That's why we have nerve cells. Just a moment. Yola having, see now very carefully. Skeletal tissue that forms your internal skeletal. You can see skeletal tissue very properly. They are of one type of bone tissue, you all know. Okay, so next we have the meristematic tissue. The tissue which is which is made up of group of cells. See, tissue is always made of group of cells which divide continuously and fast. So they do not have any nucleus. Did you notice one thing? They do not have any kind of nucleus because they will die after 1 second. Why? What is the necessity of the nucleus there? Next, voluntary muscles. The muscles that are under our control or will. Okay, this is the voluntary muscles. Next, simple permanent tissue. Okay, so simple permanent tissue, you all know what? Simple, see, they are having a rigid. See, they are having no nucleus. That means they are dead. Sclerenchyma usually do not have any kind of nucleus because they are dead. Dead cells do not have any kind of nucleus. Our hair cells also is a dead cells. So they are not having any kind of nucleus. So simple permanent tissue, the tissue which is made up of cells which are of similar structure and perform a common function. Next, phloem, tissue responsible for transfer of prepared food material from leaf to the storage organ and growing regions. I already told you. Tissue, group of similar cells performing specific functions, already told. Epithelial tissue, thin, continuous and protective layer of cells that covers the external structure of the body. You can see in the picture very, very thin they are. They are not of much length. Okay, I'll show you one thing just. Okay, you can see up to this is the tissue. Up to this is the epithelial tissue. Beyond this is another kind of tissue starting. This flat layer is the epithelial tissue. And this layer is not epithelial tissue. This is something else starting, the fluid part. Okay. Permanent tissue. Tissue which is composed of cells that are attain a definite form and shape. Xylem. Tissue which is responsible for conducting water and minerals from the top of the plants to the roots. Involuntary muscles. Muscles which are not under our control or will. Matrix. Okay. Suppose this is a cell. C1, cell C2. Between this cell we have a fluid structure. That is known as matrix. Ground substance that fill up the space between the cells. This is known as matrix. Next, connective tissue. Tissue that connects different parts of our body, such as muscles to bones or bones to other bones. Okay? So you understood? Next. Infographs. Okay, now phloem. Now I have to mark. Wait, I'll mark with red. See, phloem is mainly consists of 4 parts. Mainly it has 4 parts. What is this? Those parts? One is companion cell. Second one is sieve plates and structure. Third one is sieve cells. And fourth one is parenchyma cells. Okay. So the main function of phloem is to transport prepared food material from the leaf to the storage organ and the growing regions. That means it's transmitting food to all parts of the plant. Food is being transmitted to all parts of the plants. It is a complex tissue, okay? Since it contains many kinds of tissues. It's made up of 4 kinds of cells. Xylem also. Okay. See the xylem thing. Paired pits, you don't need that, just cut it off. Parenchyma, xylem parenchyma, you have vessels in this pits, you don't need. The tracheids you all have, vessel element you all have. Now xylem mainly conducts water and minerals from the roots to all the other body parts. Remember, minerals also. Minerals is a very important term. You will have to write that. Next. Okay. On the basis of position, in the plants, the meristematic tissues are of three types: apical meristems, intercalary meristem. Sorry. Okay. Intercalary meristem, and another is the lateral meristem. Okay. So based on their position, the meristematic tissue are of three types. Now, where is the apical meristem present? Over here. The tissue that is present in roots or stem is responsible for the increasing length of the plant. So the length increases. Next, intercalary meristem, they are located in the base of the nodes. This parts. Okay, where the leaves are attached and region of the internodes where cell division occurs for a long time. Next, we have lateral meristem. Lateral meristem, you see just. Now see lateral meristem, just once you will see. This lateral meristem, this tissue is formed in the lateral parts of the stem, means this whole part, the ring shaped of the stems and roots. It is responsible for increase in the circumference, means increase in the breadth. Okay. Next, nerve cells. Nerve cells are called neurons. Each neuron is a cyton, a long thread-like structure called a axon. So neurons are divided into three types. Dendron, nucleus, and axon. You can see very carefully: dendrite you all need, nucleus you all need, cell body you all need, axon you all need, axon terminals all are present there. Okay. Next one, you are having three types of cells that are present in blood: RBCs, WBCs, and blood platelets. So blood is a connective tissue. You all know it's a CT, connective tissue. RBC, WBC, blood platelets. It's a very complex thing. You all don't know that. Okay, so this was our video, and thank you for watching. Bye.